To be honest, we haven't seen much outside the training ground and the hotel. It's a pretty focused group, so yeah, I can see the World Cup stadium out my bedroom window, the final stadium, and I just keep looking at that every day. So it's keeping us going.
Question to the team captain, please. Please.
Gürler Akgün, beIN Sports Türkiye. Well, Captain, good luck for the national team. Also, I have got a question about the Kyle. Kyle is likely to be your brother. He is a very talented player. What's your opinion about him? My second question about next game for Belgium. Have you got any message for Michy Batshuayi in here? Because he's your ex-teammate. And last question. Have you got any plan after the World Cup? Do you want to be a part of the Beşiktaş staff team? Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. Obviously, Kyle has been a key factor in our success here with the national team representing Canada. He's giving us a lot on the pitch. He's had a lot of decisive goals for us, and just him as a person, as a player, and what he brings, to the team on and off the field, has been, very good for us. And he's like a younger brother of mine, and we've got a very good relationship. And we're just gonna look forward to this moment on playing at the biggest stage, representing our country this time. So yeah, great guy, and I hope the best for him in this tournament. In terms of Michy, he was, my teammate last year in Turkey with Beşiktaş, and great guy, great attitude, and obviously wish him all the best. But tomorrow we're going up against each other, so yeah, I think we'll both be looking forward to, just the occasion, and just both of us doing our thing, representing our countries, and yeah, making the most of it. And the last question was if after this World Cup, I'm going to enjoy every moment of this, with my team, with my brothers, representing Canada, something that I've dreamt of doing for a very long time. And of course, I want to go back to Beşiktaş and continue to do my best and give everything for the club until the end.
May I kindly ask our colleagues, the photographers, to put down their cameras? No more photos. Thank you. Question? Please.
Hi, John. Atiba, Peter Galindo, Sportsnet. Guys, based on how the midfield performed against Japan, from coping with their press to the transitional moments, does that give you guys confidence that you can maintain that pace of play against Belgium?
Yeah, I think regardless of that game, we believe in what we can do as a team. We've played up against a lot of, good squads, good players, and we trust in ourselves. We trust in, each and every one on the team, and we know what we can do. Of course, that was, another good step in our preparation right before the World Cup, and for us to go out and play that way, of course, it brings confidence, but yeah, we're in a good state where we know that we can play up against, any team in the world, and we have the confidence, and we want to go out there and show ourselves individually and collectively.
Please.
Hi, John. Kyle Bonnegar with ESPN. MLS is pretty well represented in this tournament. I'm wondering if you could speak to how the growth of the league has helped the Canadian team get to this stage, and how important these next 4 years are headed into 26 for the league.
Yeah, I think MLS has really provided a springboard and platform for a lot of our players to see sort of Montreal FC there doing their work this year, pushing right through to the playoffs and having 6 Canadians in that team. Toronto FC, they pushed really hard with a big Canadian core. I thought it was great to see these young players getting opportunities. They need those professional minutes to be able to, at some point, springboard into the top leagues in Europe. I think it's been a really important platform for Canadians. When I first took over, there was maybe two players playing in different teams, two Canadians, and to see 5, 6 in a playoff final, it was tremendous. And I think over the next 4 years with the Canadian Premier League and the MLS together, I think we've got a real strong future ahead of us.
Hi, for Atiba, Ron Blum from AP. I would think you don't have any memories as a 3-year-old of the '86 World Cup. What is your earliest World Cup memories and wanting to be there? And do you think this run by the team has a chance to convince any 8 or 10-year-old now to concentrate on playing soccer rather than hockey or lacrosse?
Well, yeah, for me, I think the first kind of, moments of me realizing how big the World Cup was, I would say, is '94. I was into that one. I followed it a lot, and my team I was going for was Brazil, and they ended up winning it. So just to see, all the emotions and what it meant for, for countries, for the fans in the stadium, around the stadium, it was special to see, and that kind of, sparked a very big interest in me and giving me that feeling of maybe, one day playing in a World Cup. So yeah, that was great, and I think to your second question, I've already seen it, sparking a lot of interest in younger players, 7, 8-year-olds, some in my family, teammates, children, and just the interest that it's brought to our country is really special to see. I've been with the national team a very long time, and I've never seen it get to this level. So it's great to see, and I think it's going to continue to get, bigger and bigger from here on out.
Please.
Matthew Schneider, TSN, for both John and Atiba. What are your expectations for this tournament?
Yeah, our expectations, we're looking forward to just going out there and, competing to win every single match we play in. As I said before, we've got a very strong team with a lot of good players. And we're going to just do what we've been doing. It's going to be a battle in every game we play. We're going to fight. We're going to, show our brotherhood. And, we want to put Canada on the map. So our intentions are just, to enjoy the moment. We've worked a very long time to get here. So, tomorrow it all starts, and, we'll be together. We'll show our brotherhood that we have, and we'll be, very well prepared, as, John always does have us prepared. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think just the echoing Teebs, exactly the same, for the players to enjoy it, but enjoyment comes through competing. And I think the competition element against Belgium will be a real good test for the staff, for the players, something we'll learn from, but more importantly, something we're going to really go towards. And I think that's the opportunity we have here. I think coming into a game like this, we don't have a great amount to lose, just genuine opportunity to make it our cup final. And that's what it is for Canada.
Yes. Hello, Atiba. I spoke to Thomas Rosinski. He's very proud that you, member of the older generation, are here today. And he said that you were often in Antwerp to work with the physio, Lieven Maaschalk, who is the physio of the Belgian national team. Is it thanks to him that you are here now?
He's helped me along the way for sure. Yeah, he's a very good guy, and went over a couple times over to Antwerp, and we got some work in together. So, but yeah, tomorrow we'll be going up against each other. So looking forward to that, as I said before, and yeah, it'll be fun.
Please.
Hi, Martin Hardy from The Times. John, could you have envisaged this day when you began coaching at the Sunderland Academy?
No. To be honest, no. There's a lot of days I've had in my life I would never have envisaged, when I was back working in the academy with my Brazilian music and my little football disallowed balls. And yeah, I mean, like I say, a lot of the lads, I think we're pinching ourselves. It's just real now. It's getting more real by the hour as the first game looms. But yeah, it's been a hell of a journey to get here. Gritty, resilient, and hopefully that's what you'll see from us through this tournament.
Joshua Cloak, The Athletic. John, does Alphonso's kind of outward willingness and eagerness to play, does that influence your decision on whether or not to start him?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think, I don't think there was any doubt we'd be starting him, but you've got to follow the medical advice. I mean, that's always part of this. You know, our goal, first and foremost, is always the safety of the players, and that's paramount. So we've had to manage that process. I think as a coach, you're always sitting frustrated when you get the reports in and all the algorithms on return to play and what they can and can't do and their loadings, etc. But you know, when you speak to the player, you have to be able to look into their eyes and get a sense of what they want and how far they're willing to push. And then you've got to ask the questions. If not the first game, what's the risk? What's the second game risk? But at the end of the day, I mean, Fonzie's fit now. He's hit his markers. He's ready to go. I mean, he's flying and training yesterday, enjoying himself. You know, I think Canada are in a position now where we can field, you know, our strongest team. Everyone's came through well. Milan hopefully be back in training, full training today. So yeah, it's exciting times for us now. The dark clouds have shifted, and you know, this will be our last training session together where we'll be all 100%.
Last question, please.
Good afternoon, Coach. Peter van der Wendt from VRT Belgium. If you read specialists' analysis about Canada and Belgium, they look very similar. A lot of attacking talent, the quality is up front, and they are vulnerable defensively or at the back. Do you agree with this analysis? And if yes, what does that mean for tomorrow's game?
Well, it should be a great game. No, I think there's, you know, looking at Belgium, you know, you can get blinded by their attack. There's so much quality there, but I think, you know, we know we're coming up against a team that have been together for 6-7 years. You know, a team that have grown together. There's not much they haven't seen together, so there's an element of experience there, and that we've got to understand that there's moments in the game they're going to be able to take control. There's moments in the game they'll adapt quicker than us as we sort of learn through it. But you know, we've got this sort of wisdom of never been here before, and there's an element of, you know, not fearing certain elements of what Belgium bring, because it's all new to us. So there'll be a naivety that'll work for us and that'll work against us. I think when you ask the question of our defence, you know, I think we've got players in that lineup that are really going to show themselves in this World Cup. This will be their opportunity to shine. And you know, I think Belgium, to say when you've got people like Vertonghen, Alderweireld, Carrasco, Meunier, Castagna, I mean, that's a pretty solid defence. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Our attackers will test them, and they'll absolutely test us. And I'm looking forward for a hell of a game.
Next press conference will be with Belgium. Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Captain, and thank you.